Dire team banned.
Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the Premier League Season 3. My name is Triumph Man. I will be casting Virtus Pro versus Meet Your Makers. This is Game 3 in a best-of-3 series. Both teams tied up at 1 apiece. Meet Your Makers taking out the first game, and then Virtus Pro striking back immediately in game number 2. Unfortunately, Meet Your Makers with some offbeat picks. First up, Doom doing some serious damage against Virtus Pros. Unfortunately, the Bane that they picked up second match did not work so well. Virtus Pro storming them with an Invoker Void pick. Invoker and Void working quite nicely to get the lockdown from Void and Crystal Maiden. Just allowed him to land Sunstrike after Sunstrike after Sunstrike, and Anti-Mage fell prey to it so many times in a row. But Virtus Pro banning up Bat Rider straight away. Linnea once again being banned by Meet Your Makers. She's not been able to get a foot in sideways or foot in edgeways at the moment. Being banned so frequently. Bat Rider also a really dangerous hero at the moment. Plenty of buffs have come his way. He's definitely very, very nasty. Second man for Virtus Pro. What will they get rid of? Of course, we've got some really nasty stuff on the table still. I'm actually kind of disappointed that we haven't had the option to see a whole... Well, actually, that said, I mean, we've seen a whole bunch of Jakiro actually lately. He's been really, really nasty. I'm kind of disappointed though. I really want to see some Linnea, but she has not been sneaky through. The negative armor that she... Like, heroes like Linnea, Vengeful Spirit, Titan, can all stack together. Just completely shreds heroes. But now, Tidehunter is also going to get banned. That VP will get rid of that. MYM, though, their next ban. Still a lot of strong heroes. I actually wonder, will we see Chen slip through? Will we see Darkseer actually slip through again? Darkseer has also slipped through in the first couple of matches tonight and caused a lot of damage. But there we go. He will actually get taken out in the first banning phase. Rubik this time makes an appearance, managing to sneak past the banning phase, which he has become a stock favourite in. Now the double pick for Meet Your Makers. Will they go for some big nasty... Well, actually, if they try and pick some big nasty alts like Enigma or Tidehunter... Oh, well, they can't really get the Tidehunter, but they try and pick some big nasty alts like Enigma. Rubik can help counter that quite nicely. Double pick for Meet Your Makers. They could go for a nasty combo like Enigma as well. Disruptor can get picked up as well. Nagasiren has become less and less popular as of late. People tend to just leave her on the bench. She's not been a big factor at all. A lot of people just know how to play against her now, know how to handle her, how to deal with her, especially since she's been nerfed as well. Her late game is not as fantastic as it used to be thanks to her illusions not hitting nearly as hard due to the base damage nerf. Meet Your Makers though. They have picked up Disruptor. We saw exactly how nasty that has been in the hands of NS. Just able to isolate and destroy heroes that get a little bit too close. Those glimpses can really set people up to fail. Also, if you throw in some nasty stuff, nasty AoE combos as well, Disruptor can also work off them quite nicely. Looks like MYM going to take their time. They're going to burn through their overtime right now, and they will go for a Queen of Pain. So they've got some nasty AoE at the moment. Likely to be Queen of Pain, likely to be their solo mid. And now VP with their chance to strike back with some couple of picks here. They can pick up a combo if they want, or just pick up a couple of strong heroes. Leshrac has made an appearance. These last couple of matches has been quite strong. Still waiting to see whether or not they're going to go for some farmers now. Also, Rubik again, a flexible pick, could be one of their farmers. Could also be a strong support hero. But VP going to pick up the Invoker again. Hello. Are we going to see a whole bunch of lockdown heroes to just basically shore up some Sunstrikes? Was very effective last match. I think MYM are going to stick with some more bog standard picks tonight of this last match. Just nothing experimental. Just because, well, it didn't really work out that last match. And the first match they played was a little bit iffy for a while. VP, on the other hand, seemed to be going with some very, very favourite heroes. Not really. I would like to see another Shadow Fiend, actually. Shadow Fiend's also a lot of fun to watch in action, but despite the fact he caused a lot of carnage in game number 1, MYM were just able to deal with him in the end, and it will be an anti-mage for VP. They are going stock stand, and they're going for the late game there, anti-mage, although of course anti-mage is quite dangerous in the early and mid game if he goes for the mana break build, because it is very, very effective in terms of damage output. Of course he's a little bit squishy though, so he needs to be very careful about where he stands about. And can obviously get picked up by heroes like Disruptor. And Ricky being picked up by the Meet Your Makers. Now this is the hero that I have not seen in a while. He has got a similar amount of early game DPS on his right click to Anti-Mage. Of course the backstab is very, very painful. He also has a very annoying Smoke Cloud, and it can fit nicely with Disruptor. You throw down Smoke Cloud and then you get the trap in there as well. That can combo very, very nicely. And Enchantress is banned out by Virtus Pro. Question is, will they decide to get rid of Chen as well, or even pick him up? They do need a couple of supports now, though. And it's Suicide Solo. If they are looking, actually, Virtus Pro at the moment, they're looking for some Suicide Solos. MYM has realised this. Ban out their Bounty Hunter, who has been a very popular Suicide Solo. Also does mess with Ricky just a little bit. His track, obviously, somewhat painful to deal with. Fourth ban for Virtus Pro. And do definitely right now. So they need another support now as well as a Suicide Solo hero. So probably pick up. They could even pick up a jungler support if they wanted to. Could go with the Chen pick who's still on the board if necessary. Could even pick up something like an Enigma as a soft support if they wanted to as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Virtus Pro about to cut into their overtime once again while they decide what to get rid of. MYM could also do with, in fact, a nasty combo against Anti-Mage I have seen in the past has been a Shadow Demon and Ricky. And basically, Shadow Demon just throws down a Disruption, Ricky throws down a Smoke Cloud preemptively over the Disruption. Anti-Mage pops back up, gets slammed by his own illusions, which obviously mana burn him, and then Ricky just goes to town on his backside. Windrunner, though, the next ban by VP. Not VP, sorry, MYM banning out the Windrunner, what am I saying? Chen will also be banned by VP, along with the Broodmother being knocked out. They're a little bit worried about her going to town on the side lane there. Just trying to chew down towers at the moment. They really kind of lack the AoE to deal with her spam. Whereas MYM could quite have easily worked in a Broodmother to the lineup. So MYM at the moment looking for a Suicide Solo if they are going for a Suicide Solo type lineup. Otherwise, I mean, they have got some options. They could go for dual lanes if they want to, or they could just go for... You probably want a solo though. There's a good junglers, a couple of good junglers have been knocked out, but stuff like Enigma is still definitely available if they want it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
One last ban there. MYM, what will they get rid of here? VP still looking for support heroes, and they decided to get rid of the Enigma. That definitely could have worked quite easily, as well as a Suicide Solo / soft support. And now the fourth pick for VP. I wonder if we'll see another Jakiro in here, just because, you know, they're looking for support, and as we've seen, Jakiro is very, very efficient. Either that or the Crystal Maiden is also still a very, very strong pick. And they could even just try and pick the Shadow Demon to keep it out of MYM's hands as sort of a pseudo ban.
10 seconds remaining.
As it comes down to it, also.
They
decide to pick up Nature's Prophet, who may or may not be a jungle, could be the Suicide Solo, who knows at this point in time. One more pick here fourth pick here for MYM. Definitely need a support, and they probably also need a Suicide Solo. That's it. Or actually, it could be a jungler as well. A jungler is also quite possible, although that's if Furion's gone, Enigma's banned, and Chen and Enchantress also banned, so maybe not so much on the jungler front, unless they want to do something. Unless they want to do something offbeat, like a Batrider, or no, Batrider's banned actually. Unless they want to do something crazy. I mean, we've seen Tinker actually jungle before. It is definitely possible. It is definitely quite crazy though at the same time. In fact, Tinker's a hero that we have not seen too much of. It was a bit of a flavour of the month for a little while, and then just sort of vanished after a while. The Superstorm says Axel Dirge, please. I don't think we'll see either. But we'll see. We'll see. MYM though, going to chew through their overtime here, down to 30 seconds. And they pick up the Rasta, also a decent pick as well. Good push, good lockdown. I would have preferred to see the Shadow Demon, but at the same time, a decent pick all around. And now they are probably looking for a Suicide Solo of some type. If they really wanted, they could pick up something like a Sand King, essentially, if they really, really wanted to, but I don't think so. They've got a lot of AoE at the moment, as it is. Actually, they could even pick up something like a Leshrac. He's still available. Leshrac would also possibly fit in if they wanted to rotate Queen of Pain to the soft lane, or the hard lane, but that would be a little bit rough, actually. Probably need some kind of solo here. Windrunner is banned. They pick up the Lone Druid, which, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Haven't really seen a lot of decent Lone Druid play as of late. He just seems to get picked off a little bit too much. Definitely just not too sure about the Lone Druid. We'll see how it goes down, but I am somewhat worried about it. This could definitely be a little bit problematic. Lich also being picked up by Virtus Pro, and they've got some decent nuke in there, but at the same time there's plenty of nuke on the Radiant side, as well. Shadow Shaman as well as Queen of Pain Disruptor having some nuke available. Lone Druid, again, just really, really not sold on that pick, but we'll see how he performs. He's likely to be taking that Suicide solo role. As did Anti-Mage, Lich, and Rubik. Won't really do all that much to him, so we'll see. We will see. Alright, so let's call out the players here and what they're playing. Alright, so on MYM, on the Radiant side, we have Calculus playing Queen of Pain, Balsam playing the Ricky, Link playing Lone Druid, Atsy playing Shadow Shaman, and the Neno playing Disruptor. And on the Dire side, we have KSI playing Nature's Prophet, Airman playing the Anti-Mage, Bandit playing the Lich, which I believe is Santa, and Tame My Wild playing the Invoker, as well as NS on the Rubik. Both teams splitting up into their respective lanes, not really bothering to do a whole sweep. And it will be Disruptor, as well as Ricky. In fact, it will be a Suicide solo Lone Druid up top with Rubik, I believe. You know, wait a minute, Queen of Pain, sorry, Queen of Pain mid, what am I saying, wrong team. They are going to be supporting Ricky in the bottom lane there. It's going to be a somewhat rough lane for, well, actually Lich is probably in this lane to deny, I think. Furion is going to go, looks like he's going to go on the hard lane. He hasn't picked any up. Hasn't picked up any items so far. Actually, that's more of a jungling set of items. So maybe Lich is going to be trying to do this. He's going to be trying to control this lane with just his sacrifice, his Dark Ritual. And that could be problematic. Furion, on the other hand, appears to be going for a very, very fast Midas. Not sure if it's going to be fast enough, but we'll see.
Healing magic.
Scouting down the bear, already keeping the creep dragged all the way back at the moment. Just to try and get his wave annihilated. Anti-Mage is possibly going to wind up running around in circles trying to distract this creep wave. Lone Druid's bear taking a lot of damage, but at the same time it's doing what it needs to do. So Lich already knowing there's not much you can do, and this is one of the downsides of picking a hero like this to do this side lane. It's just you cannot get any levels, any experience. And Lich is already in full retreat, knowing what do I do? It's gone back to just try and steal a creep as well again. Just try and deny them as much experience as possible, which is annoying for that lane, but at the same time it's not mission critical. Lich is also probably going to suffer more. Here's Shadow Strike Harass already popping out. Invoker though is going to shrug off the worst of it, of course. Playing a Quest Invoker tends to shove off the rest of most harassing. And a similar situation for Lone Druid, so Lich just cannot get anywhere near the creep wave. Where is? I think his bear is possibly. His bear is back at base healing up. Invoker versus Queen of Pain mid though. Invoker currently 4-2. Queen of Pain doing better, 7-1 right now. Will be a Quas Wakes Invoker? Will be a Quas Exhort Invoker? We'll see. Meanwhile, that Anti-Mage can't see on 5-2. Ricky on the other hand 8-2. Anti-Mage is missing a couple of hits here and there. Ping on the bottom row. Looks like they're going to try and ambush Lich. There we go. There's that Thunderstorm there, although it doesn't look like it's really going to be able to do a whole lot, as he's going to use Glimpse and he's going to bring it back. There's a Shackle. This should be an easy kill. Ricky should be able to pick this one. Antsy actually taking the first blood there, somewhat unnecessary. Ricky could have finished that one off, as we see the teleport come back to the bottom line. Lich is back once again, still only level 1.
Denied.
Now Rubik has gone back up to the top lane. Looks like they completely abandoned that top lane. In fact, Lone Druid's got screwed. It's just went into the jungle. So a complete free farm right now for Anti-Mage up there. Should be able to get all the last hits. Lone Druid on the other hand is also going to get somewhat fat, but at the same time it is going to allow Anti-Mage to pretty much pick up as much CS as he needs to get really effective early on. It's going to come down to Ricky really being able to stop him during this early phase. Queen of Pain getting very aggressive there, taking a fair amount of damage and harass there from Invoker. Which has actually managed to hit level 2. And also looks like he's picked up some early gloves, possibly going for the early Midas, we'll see. Calculus also taking a lot of damage, it looks like he's going toe to toe, but Cold Stack comes out of nowhere and forces Queen of Pain back, but she does have a bottle up. She doesn't have Blink again though, only level 1 Blink, can't move forward and finish off the Invoker. He pops a health potion. So 4-minute rune is coming up. Furion already camping the top rune spot. And it is an illusion rune, forcing Queen of Pain back there as he grabs it out of it from underneath her, snaking that rune. And it is a class Wex Invoker. He's got 3 levels of class now, likely to stop and just start maxing out Wex.
Dire's bottom tower.
See a bit of a gank here. Looks like they're going for another gank there on the Lich. There's not much he can do at all. A couple of auto attacks and he'll finish him off. That's why I find it really questionable to send him in his lane, because he's just got no way to deal with it, getting dived or getting chased off the tower. At least if you chase it like Sanking off the tower, you can just sit by the tower and sandstorm or something, make yourself useful. But
bottom tower is under attack.
this, it's just feeding them free kills basically. It's definitely very, very different. They're working on his phase boots more than likely.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This is the last hit, so starting to skyrocket up for Anti-Mage. 26 and 18. Ricky now 22 and 5 and 23 and 0 for the Lone Druid. Not Lone Druid. Nature's Prophet. Sorry, get them. Ugh. Too many Nature's theme thing. Lone Druid on the other hand sitting on 12 and 0, not doing nearly as well, having a rough start there. Nature's Prophet though. Furion sitting on 24 and 0. Queen of Pain also doing relatively well, 21 and 4. Overall, the current GPM is just barely favouring the Radiant side, not by much though. And the experience chart also favouring the Dire though, just I think because they're jungling.
No.
Jungling efforts, I know. They're hitting up the top lane, so they're getting more out of that. Whereas Furion is also jungling, and then of course you've got Lone Druid jungling as well, but he's not leeching from his own lane itself, so it's a lot of wasted experience. See, Rubik getting ready to replace the wards. It's coming up in 6 minutes. Needs the new wards up in a second. He's already on his way to do them. Queen of Pain though about to walk up to the top rune. Finds nothing, as it's a regen in bottom lane, and it looks like Invoker has managed to find it himself. Calculus taking it slow in this mid lane, not really getting that aggressive. Not much you can do with the Shadow Strike Harass against the Invoker, especially when it's a class Wex Invoker. If you Shadow Strike Harass, he just heals it up. It's not a big deal for him. Lich now hiding best he can, picks up the Tranquil Boots. It'll help him a little bit, but not by a whole lot. It's helping him cope with the Harass a little bit, but that's about it. Anti-Mage now, looks like he's picking up money for his Claymore. Those things playing fairly passive. Smoke there getting popped off though by Ruby. NS coming in. Can he get a cold snap down? Yes he does. Baseball coming through. Looks at Furion also going to make himself known. Queen of Pain jumping. Gets the ult down. KSI also getting caught in it. And now Queen of Pain popping her magic wand. Going to try and scream him down. Gets the scream. Also does serious damage into Invoker. Invoker now being chased down. He's got a tornado up though if he wants to gun for it. Queen of Pain though out of mana. Another nuke there from Disruptor. Can they get his last hits in? A glimpse back. Queen of Pain gets taken out, and now Invoker on the run. He's got the phase boots. He should be able to escape this. And now a telekinesis, as it looks like Rubik is back in the fray. Level 2 Fate Bolt as well. Can he finish? Yes, he does. Nicely done. Good counter attack there from Invoker as well as Rubik. Lich with nothing but boots to his name right now. Upgraded boots to his Pimpin' Lich.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pimpin's rock hard Pimpin support.
Dire's structures are
The
fortified.
items on the Lone Druid. So we need to check his bear. His bear's just got a ring. Lone Druid currently sitting on, well, 1100. It's got enough items.
Dire's bottom tower.
Dire bottom though gets cleaned up, and can Ricky finish off? Nope, he decides not to. Oh nope, changed his mind again. He's actually going to go after Lich. Lich is not too safe at all. Easy kill there. Ricky going to clean that one up.
You can't run.
Lich just not really thinking that one through at all. It's getting way too close to Ricky. Ricky, though, going to clean him up. Same as getting... Lich got too close to an anti-mage. Anti-mage will also eat him for breakfast. That's calculus. Has picked the early null talisman. Pretty stock standard stuff for the Queen of Pain these days. Just those early stats are really, really nice. Tornado go through, does manage to hit Queen of Pain. No real follow-up though. Actually, yes, there is. There's the... Oh no, Glimpse going to send... Oh no, Glimpse is going to send Invoker all the way back. Queen of Pain managing to blink away and just bottle up.
My thanks.
She also heals up with a health potion. Now Invoker probably not going to expect to get attacked quite this quickly. Queen of Pain will jump in there. There's the slow as well. Screams on top of it. There's the cold snap going to slow down Queen of Pain. Can she get a couple of hits in? Furion also teleporting in. They may change their mind. Nuke goes in on Furion, but nothing really comes out of this gank attempt. Queen of Pain actually giving chase. He gets hit by a tornado. He's going to run for her life as well. And there's a shackle there. NS about to get taken out. In the end, they did manage to find a kill at the very least. My mouse is misbehaving there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Really able to push in there though, because they can't. Well, Queen of Pain can try and clear the trance, but she can't really get them in one hit. Bureau's happy to leave them there for now. The cold snap there on the Nano. He needs to run for his life. He's taking a lot of damage. Tornado going to go through. Will catch him. Looks like he should be okay. He's just going to glimpse Invoker back all the way back. Just looking at Ricky as well. Ricky currently sitting on 52 CS, Anti-Mage currently sitting on 65 ES. CS. Just a little bit over 1k advantage in gold for the Radiant side. Experience though, just over 1500 gold. Over 1500 XP rather for the Dire side there. Antsy though has got a smoke if he wants to go and gank. Lone Druid farming. Has got his minus, got both boots for his Baron himself now. Currently sitting on only 35 gold. He's realised his jungle's getting a little bit hot.
Not for the likes of you.
There we go. Tornado gets thrown through. The smoke cloud gets tossed down. It doesn't do a whole lot. The silence gets thrown in by NS as well. By the not the NS, by the Disrupt. Doesn't do a whole lot. It looks like they will manage to clean up Ricky. Gets too close. Gets cleaned up by a couple of nukes. All here is too much for him to deal with. Queen of Pain also jumping in. Will clean up Nature's Prophet, then run for her life.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. That was the sound of your death.
Meanwhile though, the main issue is Anti-Mage is just free farming to his heart's content up here. Has he already got... Yeah, he's already got his 2 Brawls, so he's just waiting to finish up a Perseverance at the moment before he orders them over.
Radiant's top tower is under
attack. 100
attack.
gold from that. Ricky though, searching around top, doesn't really find anything though. Anyway, just blinks over the top. Because Ricky, while he can do a lot of damage, he does need to get in position and really needs to set up stun to set things off. So there, he's going to go to town there, although he's doing a lot of damage to Anti-Mage. And here comes Prophet with a dust, throws down the smoke cloud though, not going to be enough, blinks away. And there's a cold snap, 3v1, not a lot he can do. He is dead, very, very dead.
Dead.
That was, 'twas scarcely worth my notice.
Under attack.
Fortunately for him, there were plenty of teammates nearby to help out the Anti-Mage. The counterattack was very swift and very painful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, on the bottom lane, Rubik is down there trying to help out. No spells available at the moment. Druid's trying to sneak around behind them, but there's not a lot he can do over here. Really wants to just be careful. Just going to poke around with his bear before actually committing to anything.
Radiant's top
There
tower.
we go, cold snap there on Cactus. Cactus taking serious damage. Looks like they will actually be able to spot him up there. He does get taken out.
Cross, exhaust, feeling under the weather.
Still farming away up there. 80 and 42 for Anti-Mage right now. He is getting very much out of control. 56 and 13 for Ricky. Ricky's been roaming a little bit, so that's to explain for the discrepancy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Furion just doing whatever he wants over here right now. Nobody really contesting him. Queen of Pain is back as well. She can try and fight him off. So I'm just looking at Ricky versus Anti-Mage. It should be pretty damn easy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bandit finds absolutely nothing there. They was going for the 40-minute. It is top though. Queen of Pain will take it. We have some ganking options to her. Looks like MYM are going to head out to top lane in forces. It's a bit of a fight breaking out there. Anti-Mage now going to town. Can they actually pick up a kill here? Anti-Mage now getting hit by a glimpse, getting sent all the way back. Queen of Pain now managed to hammer him. That ult was somewhat unnecessary. Queen of Pain running for her life. It looks like they will actually bounce that around just a little bit. Ricky's items if I can. He has picked up his blades, his quick blades as well. Just needs Which is also sitting around there. Septmores get tossed down now. Septmores should be able to do a lot of damage this tower. The points are coming though to defend. They will have to back off, which means, sadly, Septmores are likely to all get wasted. Eventually, though, with his Battle Fury, he's going to start farming extremely quickly. Just don't know if MYM have the ability to shut that down. If we're just going to see a ridiculously fat anti-mage.
Top tower has been denied.
In the mid game, there's definitely a possibility he could just cause all sorts of carnage. The mechanism still being worked on by Lich. Potential gank up top. Ricky is skulking about, although he definitely needs some help. If he tries to go in now, he's likely to die. There's a lot of help there for the dire side.
Double damage.
He finds himself a DD and then finds nothing to shoot.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
There's not much the Disruptor and Ricky can do at the moment except counter. I'm just wondering if we're going to see an early gem. That would really just seal the deal on Ricky. They can get an early gem up and running on anybody here. But an easy tower down at the moment. Looks like they are going to respond finally with one of theirs. And Neno backing all the way up. And again, Virtus Pro also just teleporting away at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He gone to my wild, teleporting in, going straight back to my. Neither team really weren't worried too much about health or anything. Just, well, you know what? Just teleport wherever, just go and farm wherever. Not too worried about you can jump in and engage. It's all right. Now, Queen of Pain has got a level 2 ult, and this is anything's gonna. If they're gonna make anything happen here, it's gonna be off these level 2 ults. Level 2 Disruptor ult, level 2 Queen of Pain ult. They didn't really. Level 2 Septmores. They're gonna have to make something happen with those 3 big spells. Unfortunately, so far no real opportunity. Ricky also has finished up his Diffuse Blade, which will help him out quite a bit, but at the same time, I really disagree with his choices of boots. He's gonna end up regretting it in the end. Thinks about gunning for him, but decides not to. Lich though, mechanism is done on the Lich. It's definitely going to help out his sustainability as well as also just helping out his team as well. Ricky finds himself in regeneration room, has no need for it. Ping it, and it looks like Anti-Mage is going to try and steal it. Ricky though, no, Anti-Mage is going to take it. Ricky now going to try and kill Anti-Mage. Is it possible? Doesn't really look like it, especially since he's got help coming. And there's the dust. Ricky about to regret that. A nice little jump away there. The smoke is down. Can they clean up? Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet. Great force stuff up their hill. Nicely timed. As Ricky has gone. Where did he slip? Oh wow, okay, he slipped up the hill to a creep and then kept running away. And now Queen of Pain ults in, Chain Frost, here we got a Chain Frost, it is going to cause massive damage. Queen of Pain goes, about to go down, yes she gets cleaned up by a Mana Void, Ricky going down to the Chain Frost itself, and that is an unfortunate result for those two. See, Antsi's still farming there, he's got 2100 goals, good enough for his blink, that will definitely help out a lot if he can blink in to start up fights. There we go, he's just picked it up now as we can see the text left hand side. Poker, interestingly enough, not going for the full drum chest yet, might just be saving up for a 4-staff. Yeah, there we go, just spends it all on a 4-staff, all at once. It's still really good. Now Lone Druid still farming away, 700 gold in the bank, has got a relic, getting close to getting his ratings out, just don't know if it's going to be enough. Teams are getting more and more resilient against it. Of course we've got the mech on Lich and the pipe on somebody. Memory serves me correctly. Okay, no, memory does not send me from someone on the Radiant before. Rubik hasn't really had a chance to steal any really big spells so far, just really hasn't been that active at all when it comes to ganking. Just doing a whole lot, has mostly just been pretty damn passive. Invoker though, she still hasn't shipped out. Oh, here it comes down. I was about to say his 4-staff is still missing at the moment. I was waiting to see that put to use. Like Ricky scouting this out. No early gem yet, even though they're doing extremely well. There's a Hex, so they're going to try and pick off Rubik. Rubik in some serious trouble. Great ward trap there. Smoke gets thrown in as well. Nature's Prophet all doing some serious damage there to the Raster. A Shadow Strike gets tossed in, but no serious damage to Invoker. He will actually manage to back off there. As there's that Radiance recipe. Bear has finished up his Radiance. Unfortunately for Rubik, his team kind of left him to die. They said, alright, screw it, and backed him out. Teleport out. Calculus going back to mid. Looks like they're trying to run down Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet now has been spotted up. There's the 4-star boy. He's going to try and teleport out. I don't think he's going to get away. No, he will not. Ricky will take that kill there, even without the backstab damage. Currently check the GPMs overall. You see 410 there for the Anti-Mage. 403 for the Lone Druid. And I'm just looking at Queen of Pain's doing nice. Lich on 200. Surprising amount of fun considering how bad his start was. I think it's just because of taking a couple of towers has really helped him out. And also he has actually taken a little bit of CS. He's up to 39. Whereas on the other hand, something like Rubik, not so much. Now it looks like VP are going to take opportunity of this little tower down bottom to try and push it. Although there is enemies in the jungle ready to sweep out amongst them. To be very careful. The ports are coming in. It looks like Lone Druid will be bottom lane as well. Radiance is done and dust. They are going to try and push him into it. They are going to send Tornado and EMP through. Going to slow down. Oh, we're going to slow down Raster. Although here comes Ricky. Ricky now throws down the smoke. Great smoke there in the middle of them all. Can he follow up though? Gets stuck inside. There's the telekinesis. To lift as well. Jumps over the top. Gets dusted. Ricky is down as well. Chain Frost did a ton of damage. Queen of Pain also going to get a double kill there as well. Can he finish off a third hero? It looks like Lone Druid going to bring down, trying to chase down Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet going to trap himself inside his own trees and then try and teleport out in a second. And the next target as well is going to be Furion. Not Furion. It's going to be, yeah, it is going to be cleaning up Nature's Prophet there. Queen of Pain manages to run him down. I was going to say it's going to be the Invoker. Invoker is running for his life here from the Bear. Spirit Bear, he may actually even get away. No, he runs forward into the Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear actually gets stuck though, and he decides to wave off and just say, you know what, you can get away. Don't really want to chase you down. Great fight there from MYM. That's exactly what they needed. We'll check the experience chart. It swings way back up to their side.
Invisibility.
Gold chart. Also managed to make a fairly big height in terms of gold as well. Invoker throws out the tornado. Ghost Wall as well. Going to slow Link to a crawl. Is anybody else following up? Doesn't look like it. 4 staff away. Link going to run for his life.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
See if Steel there. What did he get? He picks up Scream of Pain there. As it looks like he's about to go down. Mech gets to heal him up. Looks like he managed to eat. Queen of Pain manages to eat the Mana Void and survive. She's feeling okay at the moment, although it looks like Anti-Mage is coming for round 2, so everybody needs to run the hell away. Queen of Pain also dashes away. A smoke gets thrown in to slow down the retreat, and then another series of blinks away.
The cool touch of the gentle wild.
The team really having much vision here. Blocking Ward was blocking the Ancients there. Gets disappears naturally on its own. Anti-Mage is cleaving his way through these neutral cans. This Battle Fury definitely helping things out quite a bit. Looks like he's going to actually build a BKB. It's interesting. I don't really see this, although I think it's mostly just for the smoke cloud. He's building it just to deal with the smoke cloud so he can run in and not have to give a damn about it. And teleport back down to the bottom lane there in a second. Looks like they're going to make another. Dire are going to make another run on that first tier bottom tower if they can, I think. It looks like it's going to do the group Ancients at the moment. I think they're just waiting for the Radiant to push up, and they might try and counter-attack them. Maybe they're smoking from behind. They could try and set something up, although it looks like they're too worried to do it. The map control they have is not sufficient. They are definitely worried about moving through the choke points on the Radiant side. And now it looks like Tamar Wild is getting ready to come in from behind. 7 wards get tossed down on the tower. Can we get any reinforcements? It doesn't look like tower will get denied there. Nature's Prophet managed to sneak that in. Nicely played. And now we've got the Invoker on the run. 4 staffing down the cliff. So here, the blinks there. Okay. Ricky also possibly building a BKB as well. Definitely a possibility. We'll allow him to ignore some ignoring spells. There we go. They've got 2 heroes waiting in the wing. Smart having 2 heroes waiting in the wing. Although they've been spotted because they're probably seeing right on top of the wall. There's a chain frost. So Queen of Pain ults. The smoke is down in the middle of the ground. The smoke bomb. The massive damage. So we've already lost Ricky, Rasta, as well as Queen of Pain. They got nearly destroyed almost at the same moment. And now Lone Druid likely to fall as well. Gets hexed. And yes, he does get taken out. Now Virtus.pro still on the warpath. They are striking back nicely. That said, definitely anybody's game still. Both teams very strong late game. Well, to be fair, Virtus.pro stronger than MYM, but MYM's late game isn't that terrible. And also the fact Anti-Mage is got some interesting builds, but you know what, it's just fine. They've also got Lone Druid who has actually managed to pick up some farm and get his Radiance. Anti-Mage's aura is definitely going to become quite helpful. Anyway, just going to do the Ancients as well. Going back to farm. Still waiting Queen of Pain to pop back up. DD there on the Thrall. Nothing really coming out of it. Queen of Pain though, Hex is done and dusted. The question is, can they pull the same stun as they pulled last time? Just get the Hexes to lockdowns and basically just try and shut down Anti-Mage. Although, of course, he does have a Black King bar this time around, so it's going to be rather difficult. Ricky looking for a target, doesn't really find one though, spots him up. He's just, you see why even though he's invisible, he plays very defensively, very cautiously, because he doesn't know how close. He doesn't know how close any of the enemy may be to him. He doesn't know who has detection and who doesn't either. Furin again, just farming away there. Druid also still getting relatively farm. Hopefully he gets his items in a few days. Still with the mech. Also 2100 gold in the bank. Surprising amount of gold considering he has not had the best farms all game. Has been struggling somewhat to really find anywhere to really get anything. I hear a glimpse, so Queen of Pain though, going to go to town on Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage though, going to go to town on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain gets destroyed. Now the bear has managed to proc a set of roots. Going to try and pin down Anti-Mage. There's a cold, the Chain Frost causing way too much damage to Lone Druid. Lone Druid is dead as well. That's 2 down, none in return. And it looks like Ricky is the next target on the list, as it looks like Anti-Mage also falling relatively low. Going to charge in on top of Ricky, get picked up by Telekinesis. And Ricky is the next one to fall there. Telekinesis is too much for him to handle. There's the lone. There's a Necronomicon warrior being popped and microed. In fact, who's got one?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Belongs to KSI. Now they're going in first, bro, moving in for a 30-minute race, and this looks like they should be able to get it. There's not much that they can do at all to hold this one up, although actually Rasi gets picked up as well. Doesn't even get a chance to throw it in his Serpent Wards, and this is another axe gone. Just comes down to the fact that Anti-Mage is still definitely a very viable hero, still hits like a truck. You see, he did go for points in Mana Break as opposed to Chinese who skip it altogether, and by going for that Black King Barn first, instead of the Mana Style, rather than giving him extra damage, extra checks, what it did was it just allowed him just to stand on the fight, not get disabled, not give a damn, and just chop heroes to pieces. And just dish out that huge amount of damage. Invoker has also picked up a gem, which is really giving them a lot of map control as well. On top of that, also just completely nullifying Ricky. Lone Druid looks like he's trying to build up an Assault Curious, not really able to do a whole lot at the moment. He's getting pretty damn close though. Just needs the recipe and then it'll be done. 30 minutes in and he's not doing so well though. The farm is definitely going well for him, but overall his team is not there to back him up in the middle of a fight. 430 GPM right now. Fortunately, that start there where he had to just disappear into the jungle kind of made it basically Anti-Mage just got completely out of control. As you can see, they are definitely paying the price for it at the moment. They get the lockdown on him though. Anti-Mage though definitely going to get healed up by that mech. Chain Frost goes down, going to get absorbed a bit by the creep wave though. And then we see Disruptor throw down his ultimate, miss, not do a whole lot at all. You see the Serpent Wards also trying to pick people off there. Serpent Wards in the middle of the smoke cloud. And Ricky, though, getting shredded by Anti-Mage. Lone Druid also gets taken out. Anti-Mage, though, Hex once again shackled as well. Can they get the lift there? Anti-Mage, though, still surviving. Ricky is down. There's the Aegis being used, about to pop up as well. We see the steal there, although Rubik is down as well. And now Invoker wading into the fight once again. Serpent Wards are still alive. And this is pretty much it. I only managed to take out the Rubik there as far as I can tell, and it looks like they're going to lose this bottom tier tower as well. The Radiant in a very sticky situation. Checking the GPM at the moment has definitely dropped sharply in favour of the Dice. 7.5k advantage there, and a 10,000 experience or 10,000 plus experience lead as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Another tower down, nothing the Radiant can do about this right now. It's just Anti-Mage is just too damn fat. And there we go, he's just shipped out a Mana Style to boot. And this is pretty much it. Anti-Mage, it's just the fun is over. Anti-Mage is just too damn tough now for them to deal with. Ricky just did not get the same amount of farm as it looks like he is going to get hit there by the Tornado. EMP has been dropped as well. Looks like Furion will manage to escape. And now they are trying to run him down. Ricky blinking away to a teammate there. Anti-Mage also getting a Vladimir's offering shipped out as well.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Not much they can do as we see the Necronomicon also being popped out. I believe that's a level 3 there.
Double damage.
Check Nature's Prophet. It is indeed a level 3. Looks like no, Lich just going to shop, picks up a Reaver. Looks like Lich is building a heart just because he can. So he wants to tank up. And Big playing safe, not overextend. They've already got one rack, so they're feeling quite confident. No need for them to overextend and get into trouble. Anti-Mage now just going to keep farming away as it looks like they are getting ready to push the bottom lane once again. Creep are moving up. Furion obviously can pop up when needed. I just want to wait 20 seconds before he has his Necro back again. He's warding up the enemy, or the defensive ward's being thrown up by the Radiant side, and it looks like Invoker is trying to clean that off there. Of course, he still has that gem, trying to just get rid of vision. In fact, Anti-Mage is about to blink. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, he might just blink up there and get rid of it himself. 4-star back down. Druid's still trying to... in fact, he doesn't even have a bear. Oh, yeah, no, there we go. He does have a bear. I have to say, where did that go? He doesn't have a spare one for another half a minute, though. There we go. The Dire placing a ward up on the cliff. Just to make sure they can see anybody trying to slip around behind them. Also, just anybody who tries to start farming the hard camp is very easy food. Anti-Mage another 2.2k in the bank. Furion looks like he's building up a Hex right now. XP graph still falling completely out of control. Same with the gold graph. You see Anti-Mage getting close to 600 gold per minute. It's getting completely out of control. But now, it's not much MYM can do at the moment. They're getting corralled in. The issue is right now, they're getting corralled in. They're already behind because of this map control, basically, that the Dire are solidifying their control by removing vision from the Radiant side. They just cannot step out and farm. They're just too scared to step out and farm, with the exception of Queen of Pain, who believes that she can get away, if necessary. So Ricky, who's not farming, not ganking, he's just hiding, getting ready to defend. They just do not step out and farm because they cannot afford to try and do so. Blinking away, 4-star back down. Looks like they're just going to hold off. I think they might be waiting, possibly waiting on Roshan. He's going to be up fairly soon, next couple of minutes, if they're happy to just pressing in and wait. They feel like no real compulsion to attack. That's it. Assault Curious is done. The Spirit Bear now has that. And it's getting to, I'm worried it's getting to that point in time where the Spirit Bears start to become a little bit squishy and a little bit easy for Anti-Mage and the others to clean up fairly quickly. So maybe it's getting close to the point where Lone Druid wants to consider starting to swap items back to himself. God, that Lich is rather tanky. He's almost got enough to finish the heart recipe as well. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe the Lich is pleading for them to wait. He wants to finish farming. There we go. He's just bought it right now. Anti-Mage selling. What is he going for? He's picking up an Eagle Song as well. Looks like we're going to see a Butterfly on him relatively soon. Invis Rune as well.
Invisibility.
Both teams counter-warding and warding this spot here repeatedly. Lone Druid is going to step up here and possibly get picked off if he's not careful. No, he's just going to send the bear into farm by itself. And again, looks like Anti-Mage is going to counter ward up there in a second, or not, just doesn't care. Oh, he will. Never mind. They throw up another ward up there. Radiant side, they're pushing out. They're just pushing out on this side, which they feel is safe. But at the same time, they are going to have to come back in a second if the Dire decide to push. No, the Dire are going to go look for Roshan, which is back up right now. And with all these wards up as well, they can see anybody approaching from the rear. So they should be clear to do this. Also, the creep in the middle are going to look after them as well. Anti-Mage are going to clean this up pretty damn quickly. The question is, who are they going to give it to? Anti-Mage doesn't have room, so probably going to give it to Rubik. Invoker would make the most sense. He might actually just palm off the gem in a second. Unfortunately, the Ricky combo never really worked out for them. It just feel like right now, like they would have preferred Shadow Demon or something, and just the fact that Lone Druid has had very little impact this game. They just didn't get that push flowing early. Lone Druid fell behind, but we've seen in the past a combination of Ricky and a hero like Shadow Demon has been super effective at countering AMs. And again, another counter ward thrown down by the Radiant side. They're still going to cleave. It looks like finally Virtus Pro, they're ready to try and end this. Going to take a run on mid. The question is, can MYM hold here? They cannot afford to lose this Rax. This Rax goes down, they're pretty much out. It's going to take something special to hold on though, as it looks like a very strong Dire Force, who then back up immediately. Went for the next creep wave once again. Nature's Prophet still has not arrived. Has finished up his Hex though.
Illusion.
So they're going to try and get two lanes pushing at once. Before they go in, Nature's Prophet going to focus on the other lane. They are just going to try and clean up this bear at the moment. Like I said, the bear is not too hard for them to get rid of. I'm going to do it actually just summoning a new one. See, they're just keeping all their attention focused on mid while Nature's Prophet just continually pushes this bottom lane. He will have this up against their Rax down there as well. And once they split up, Anti-Mage is just going to go to town and pick people off. Again, that bear being picked up as well once again. You can do that and all gets hexed immediately.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now the Radiant stuck between a rock and a hard place. Have to choose which Rax to defend. Looks like Queen of Pain is going to dive in there. KSI though was the real one. Backs up wisely. While they're busy at the bottom lane, while Fury gets them busy at the bottom lane, so anyway, just going to push up the mid lane. Tornado goes through, doesn't hit any heroes, picks up Bear though. Bear also possibly going to go down here. The Bear does get cleaned up. Does he have a second one? No, he doesn't. That's a minute without the Bear, and this is one of the big weaknesses to Lone Druid. You get your Bear sniped at that while it has your items, and now he has absolutely nothing for a full minute. Anti-Mage is going to go to town in this Rax, cleans it up nice and easy. Same for the bottom lane, as it looks like that also gets taken out very, very easily as well. As now the 7 wards are gone now. Raster's been picked up. There's something stolen there. Ricky throws down a smoke. He's going to try and pick off Rubik. Not going to happen because Rubik hits up his Ghost Scepter. And we've already lost Disruptor along with the Shadow Shaman. And that's what he stole. He stole the ultimate from Shadow Shaman. Serpent wards there. Going to take out that mid-Rax, and once that goes down, that's GG. Mega Creep sitting on GG already. Queen of Pain now trying to go toe-to-toe with the Invoker. Links away, dodges. The Ricky is dead as well. There's the Tornado. Queen of Pain's dead as well. And a triple kill there for Anti-Mage. And GG is called. So it looks like Virtus Pro will take this one out 2-1. They do prove to be just a little bit too damn strong. Honestly, I just feel like it's slightly messy set of drafts. I really don't know where they were going with the Lone Druid, to be honest. They really seem to have the whole... Looked like they wanted a little bit of push, a little bit of gank from Ricky, and in the end, it didn't really come out clean, whereas the lineup from VP was really strong. Just the push, the stall, the push all across the map, the stall, buys time for Anti-Mage to farm, and he just gets out of control really, really quickly. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. This has been Triumph of Man casting the Premier League Season 3. This has been Virtus Pro versus Meet Your Makers. Meet Your Makers unfortunately going down 2-1. Virtus Pro proving too strong once again. They are definitely a very strong team in this league, so keep your eyes out on them. Also, a big shout out to our sponsors, Twitch TV as well as SteelSeries. They do make this tournament quite possible, and pretty much every season we come back, it's bigger and better thanks to sponsors like them. So make sure you let them know how much you enjoy this tournament. The teams